It's Tuesday. Hello, Americans. Glad you tuned in. This is Mondo. Okay, so this is going up on YouTube. TikTok has petered out quite a bit lately. I think getting hammered by the algorithm up there. Yeah. Well, I have some very, very big criticisms of TikTok from a content creator standpoint. One, the content that's up there, at least in my live feeds, is mostly a bunch of girls looking for attention. Well, that's great that they want attention. That's no problem. But they don't offer anything. They have no information to offer. They eat on screen. They do a lot of rude shit. I tell you what, I just pass them by. Even though there's ones that are very attractive and I like looking at them, I pass them by because they aren't worth a shit as far as I'm concerned for content. They don't have good content at all. Look at me. Ain't I pretty? Oh, boy. Well, I don't care if you're pretty or not. I'm not there. How am I going to benefit from you being pretty other than you brighten my eyes for a minute? That's about it. About a minute at the most, if that long. Okay, so this rant is about Wrestlmania. Okay, I watched Stand and Deliver, the NXT show, which was pretty good on Saturday morning. And then I watched Wrestlemania 1, night 1, okay? And I really liked a couple of the matches quite a bit. I did. I liked a couple of them quite a bit. I liked the last match, even though it was a little too long and drawn out. It could have been better, I think. And I really liked the big turn of Paul Heyman. I thought that was really cool. It was fun. Okay, to me that was the best thing on WrestleMania the whole weekend. Okay, so the second night was better as far as wrestling went. I'm sorry to see Charlotte lose to Tiffy Tough. I don't like Tiffy. Tiffy is just a wrestling Barbie. I mean, she's pretty good, but she's really not a good gymnast. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but she's not. Anyway, so I can go down the matches and tell you about the ones I liked and the ones I didn't like. And what this is really about is the Cody. Now, the whole thing, you knew a month ago that Cody was going to lose the title to Cena because it's Cena's swan song. I mean, WWE has been building that up for quite a while. It's Cena's swan song. He has to be the GOAT. Well, he was a great wrestler in his day. And the match was okay. It was really slow. It was very contrived. It just really wasn't. And then, then Cody in classic kayfabe, leaves in disgust, brokenhearted. He lost his title after keeping it for a year. The big dream is over, blah, blah, blah. And now what's going to happen with Cena? Is Cena going to defend the title much? We'll see. However, I really don't care because I don't care about the whole thing. I just don't think the whole thing was that cool. Okay, so it's great. So Cena gets to be the greatest of all time with 17 titles, the last one of which is questionable as to the real plausibility of it. I mean, if they were wrestling straight up and it was going to be whoever wins, I think Cody would have won, right? And, okay, I'm not a huge Cody fan. I like Cody. I liked Cody better when he was in AEW, to be honest with you. He did a lot of good over in AEW. And I think it would be cool. I had thoughts about this, but I know it's just BS. It's not going to happen. That Cody now would leave WWE and go back to AEW and turn AEW around completely. Now, AEW's been doing very, very well. They're coming back. And they're due for a huge turnaround. And so that would be cool. That's a pipe dream. I don't think he's going back. I think he's staying in WWE, and I think it's very possible that he could win the title back right before Cena retires. Because Cena's going to drop the belt at some point. Or retire with the belt, and then they'll have this big tournament to see who wins the belt, which is also a good idea, okay? And, Cody's going to get the belt back, in my opinion. I think it's about 60-40, okay? And I just don't like the whole thing with their title. I mean, I thought it was cool last night on Raw, because Seth Rollins allied himself with Braun Breaker. Now, Braun Breaker is the guy who needs to be the champion. And I want to see Braun Breaker face off with Jacob Fatu. That's what I want to see. Not necessarily for the U.S. Championship, but for some kind of championship. Jey Uso as World Heavyweight Champion. Okay, another gift. This is like the Cena gift. Uso's not the wrestler that Gunther is. I think they had Gunther drop the belt. Okay, so Gunther kept the belt a year. That's cool. They didn't want him to keep it longer than that because he would if he left to his own designs. So look for Gunther to come back maybe and take the belt back from Uso. Okay, maybe. Otherwise, I look for, maybe CM Punk to abandon the WWE title crap and get the belt from Uso. He could do that, and then he would be the champion. And I don't want to see Punk win anything. I'm just so done with Punk after what he pulled at AEW. So done. I mean, he is a punk, and it was all about the money. He said that. Okay, great, Punk. So your voice of the people, of what people? The fucking idiots? Yeah, no, come on. I mean, I loved Punk when he was in AEW, and I liked Punk before in WWE, but now I don't like him at all. No. And, in my opinion, the best guys on WWE right now, the guys I like the most are Seth Rollins and Drew McIntyre. And, of course, Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker is the guy who's going to be the champion. He's the champion in waiting. Now, it may take a couple of years, though, the way Levesque snail paces his garbage stories. There are too many stories there, too long of stories, too many stories. The stories could be better. They could be more concise. They could be better. And, the guys on Busted Open, they come out with this stuff quite a bit. But they've gone from being a halfway decent podcast on wrestling to being a WWE shit show. And Bully Ray's the worst amongst them. Because he's constantly he's running down other promotions with his idea of what the creative should be. And does he have a job at any of those? No, he does not. WWE hired him to a Legends deal, so he's making money on that. Good for you, Bully. Shut the fuck up. And then Dave turned on AEW big time. Fuck you, Dave. Yeah, fuck you. Tommy Dreamer's the only one with any worth on there, in my opinion. So there's my little wrestling rundown. WWE, last night on Raw was a better show than the whole Wrestlemania. It was a much better show. There were better matches. Everything was better. We had actually wrestling on there a little bit. See, this is my problem with WWE. It's too much with promotional content and not enough wrestling. If they got rid of a bunch of the promo stuff or made it better, more concise, packaged it, and they can do that. They can do that, but they don't. Because now they're drawing in this casual fan base, which is more of an entertainment-based thing than a wrestling-based thing. Well, okay, you can do whatever you want. It's your money, and they're making a lot of money. And, one of my nephews tell me, well, everybody gets down on WWE because they're making so much money. And I fired back to him, I don't really care how much money something makes or somebody makes. I don't care. That's bullshit. There's a lot of people making a lot of money who should be shot, in my opinion. Not really, but they shouldn't have, they're like guys like this Muskrat and, people like that. Their money should be taken from them. Yeah, it should be taken from them by the government. Yeah, we should take that money and give it to the people. Turn Tesla into an employee-owned company. Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Well, it ain't going to happen. Okay, none of this shit's going to happen because we live in a corporatocracy, an oligarchy of corporate entities, right? And then you've got this pussbag figurehead, right? Who WWE kisses ass on. They kiss ass on Trump. Now, good for them they didn't have him at WrestleMania. That would have been a real debacle. Bad enough, they're part of TKO, of which Dana White is a big Trump sucker, and he got all these. And this Travis Scott guy, he didn't belong on the show at all. Who the fuck is Travis Scott? they're cutting in the rap guys and the hip hop guys and all that kind of shit. Who gives a fuck? I mean, the best part on there for the music to me was Kerry King coming out before Damian Priest went on the stage against Drew McIntyre. That was a good match, and that was a great entrance with Kerry King. Kerry King, Slayer, shit, man. Makes me want to break out a chorus of South of Heaven. Yeah. And that's one thing I really like about Damian Priest. I've always liked Damian Priest. Okay. And Drew McIntyre. So I like that match. But at any rate, the whole WWE WrestleMania experience of 8 hours, 4 hours a night, of which about 80, 90 minutes was good on each day. Yeah, just wasted. A bunch of promo. I could give a fuck, right? I mean, I pay my $14 a month to Peacock, okay? And I get a lot out of Peacock besides WWE, right? Because the only thing on Peacock are pay-per-views, or PLEs is what they call them now. That's the only thing that's worth the shit as far as WWE. Well, I'm the old WCW stuff. I love that shit. I'm glad that they have that there. Otherwise, Peacock, couple movies here and there, TV show here and there, not really worth $14, worth about $3, okay? So I'm going to get rid of all this crap here in the next year. Yeah, because it's just a big draw on my money and not worth it. I have a box that does better. That's my take on everything. I tell you, on a 10 scale, WWE is about a 6 for me now because they do have some good matches. And some of the story is good, but it's usually pretty sophomoric. Maybe 5th grade level, reading level or whatever. People get all jacked up about it because it's a place to be. It was a big social happening. Whoa. It was like a Coachella for idiots. Yeah. And I don't like Coachella either because they don't have the type of music there that I like. No, so either way, you got a lot of people with what I call bovine taste, real bovine, like follow the herd taste in the country now, with music, with entertainment, with a lot of stuff. And it's really not worth my time, most of it. And, there's a thing called change the channel, right? Change the streaming, change the channel, watch another video instead, right? Thank goodness we have that choice. And, then what's his name wants to cut everybody out who disagrees with him. No, you can't do that. And the people are rising up. Now, this is my political part of the rant. People are rising up against this disgusting pus fucking shitbag administration. They're rising up. Yeah. And we're going to take them down. And we need to take them down. They're shitheads. They do not have our best interests at heart. That even you people who voted for this turd ball, he doesn't have. What were you thinking? Did you not watch what he did during his 4 years? Did you not assess that at all? No, you didn't. That's why you voted for him. You're like, oh, well, he did great. No, he didn't do good with the economy. He fucked the economy up during COVID. Come on. There was no plan. Any plans that there may have been from the previous administration were scrapped. They were thrown in the trash. No, just like he wants to do now. He wants to get rid of everything he didn't do, so it's his. He wants to put his stamp on everything, but his shit doesn't work. See, that's the problem. 90% of his stuff doesn't work. I mean, there was a list that Ron Filipowski put out, and you guys should see that list. If I had it, I'd put it on here. No, his shit doesn't work. It never worked. He's a failure. He's a loser, and you like him because of The Apprentice. And you like him because he goes, I'm going to change everything. I'm going to end the Ukraine war my first day in office. I'm going to lower prices. I'm going to do he hasn't done any of that. Why? Because he doesn't have the expertise to do it, and he certainly doesn't have the right gang of people in there. He's got a bunch of bozos in his cabinet. Bozos. Advisors like Stephen, I'm the fascist Jew Miller. Come on. Go and eat corn out of BB's shit. And all these people, I go down the list. Now, hopefully, they're going to get rid of hog shit. Yeah. Well, what are they going to do? Who are they going to put in there? Are they going to put in somebody worse? I hope not. But maybe they could put in somebody whose military status quo knows what the fuck they're doing. I'm just really doubtful they're going to do anything any good that's going to help us at all. I'm so doubtful.